As we have promised you, we will be having guests in the studio. Mosa, Papa, Miss Gauteng exclusive. She is here with us at the studio. Now, I hope Hori looking forward, in fact, to having to hear her when she's speaking to us, and then about the whole ordeal. I'll call it the ordeal because of something that she never knew, expected, prepared, or whatsoever, because of, when you get into something, how it's but at the end of the day, due to the tasks that you're given, and then you doing those tasks and getting yourself involved in certain things and stuff like that, it puts you in a better chance to be able to be where she is today. So, Mosa,
okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I think that time when you were crowned Mrs. Gauteng exclusive, hey, our and night before and the night after.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I got a
Okay, greet my listeners and then let's start with our talk.
All right. Good evening to everyone who's listening at home. This is Mosa Papa speaking, and I'm your Miss Gauteng exclusive 2022.
Wonderful. At least our community supported you.
Yes.
Because you came last time. You came. Was it in? When was it? Is it January or February, somewhere there? I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Last year May.
Last year May.
Yes.
Oh, last year May, January, February. So it was your mom. All right. And then you actually came and then requested the people to support and then updated the community and so forth and so forth. And then now you are crowned.
Yes.
How's the feeling?
Well, it's still so unreal. It's still so unreal, so unbelievable. I still can't believe it every day, I just have to take every day as it comes, but I think I feel very much grateful more than anything else. Yes, a sense of gratitude every single day.
To be crowned.
To be crowned.
Mrs. Gauteng exclusive.
Yes.
I'm delighted to have you at the studio, and thank you very much for coming through. We definitely, our engagement, I think that is going to be very much interesting. Right, relax and be at home. We are going to just to talk about the experiment.
Thank you.
Maybe you can take for somebody that was not there in the beginning, to actually relate to us about your journey from the beginning. Who recruited you, what did they think, and where did you go, and step by step, maybe, perhaps.
So, how I actually entered Miss Gauteng exclusive 2022 pageant was through two people actually, my aunt Lise Pati, and then my mom's friend Kitu. They actually sent a poster for auditions, and they sent through the posters, and I saw the poster and I was very interested. So I've been following Miss Gauteng exclusive from I think it was 2017 when I followed it, and it's quite a big platform, a platform that really scared me. I always knew that I wanted to be part of it, but I was scared at that time. But when they sent the poster, I decided that this is actually the time for me to enter, and that's how I entered the pageant. Went through to the auditions, got in as a semi-finalist. From being a semi-finalist, I was chosen to being a finalist, and that's how the journey actually began, with me being a finalist until I was actually crowned Miss Gauteng exclusive 2022. And
then what were the tasks? Because I know that you were engaged in certain tasks that you were given.
Okay.
Some of the tasks that you were given.
Right. So as a semi-finalist, the task that we were given was to raise a donation money, which was 1,000 rands. The reason for that was it was to raise our business skills. How can you raise the money with your business skills? Not only asking for 1,000 bucks from your mother or your father, just literally making plans on how do you get the actual money. So that was the project we were given as semi-finalists. And then as a finalist, we were required to mainly do community projects that were dear to our hearts. Each and every finalist had what they advocated for, so that's how our projects came about. So
your specific way of raising that 1,000 rands was what?
Through my modeling academy, and that's how my modeling academy came up. So I have an academy, MS Modeling Academy.
Okay.
So basically what happens is a modeling school. So what you would do is to bring your children and, you know, both males and females, and they would pay me
a couple of rands. Okay.
Yes, a couple of rands for me to teach them about the whole modeling industry, and that's how I actually raised my money.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. And then on the now finalist, is it this finalist or semi-finalist here?
Yeah. So for the finalist journey, it was during the community project, of which I did focus on the 3 campaigns that I was running. So the first campaign was Feed the Community.
Okay.
That is where I fed the community, like gave food to disadvantaged communities. And then the second one was to donate sanitary pads as well as toiletries to different schools. And the third one falls under my campaign Youth with a Difference, where we go to schools and we give school talks, talk to the learners, help them on how to choose their careers wisely, on tackling so many issues such as mental health, stuff like that.
So for your personal development, how did these projects assist you in terms of your development, skills-wise, and also, skills-wise, if I can put it that way?
Right. So, you know what I've realized is the fact that, you know, when you're doing a community give back, there's actually something that you're receiving as an individual. So with me doing all of these projects, I was able to learn a whole lot more about myself. So for an example, the mental health issue, that is mostly disregarded. When it was touched mostly on the school talks that we're having, I realized that it's such a big issue, and it actually helped me to be more kinder to myself, kinder to other people as well, to know that we from different backgrounds and we just need to really be nice to everyone, you know, and be lenient on everyone, because you don't know what other people are going through. So I would say that my confidence grew a lot. I became more humble, more relatable to so many people, and also my leadership skills went up because of the community projects that I did, being able to talk to sponsors to sponsor me with sanitary pads, those food that we were given to people. I would say that my leadership skills, my philanthropy side, and also my confidence really grew from all of these projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that there's a quite difference between the old Mosa and the new Mosa. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now that's great. And also, how were you accepted by the community when you were doing all those projects? Because of such a tiny little girl, you know, wanting to initiate some great things and so forth. I think there was some resistance in some way, or you know.
Well, you know, luckily for me, this really worked. It worked for me. I think when you are young, people just look at you and be like, really? Can she really do this? Can she really lead this huge project, you know? For an example, Mr. Kabelo Motlope, who's a board councillor for Ward 5 Co-Extension 12, has chosen me to actually be the youth ambassador there.
Wow.
And I think he saw the potential to say, you're very young, but the projects that you're doing, the things that you're leading, you are a leader. And so I think people really do believe in me. I've inherited the name Dynamite because they say it comes in small packages. So I do believe I'm so fortunate that everybody just saw how young I was and honestly gave me all these opportunities.
Wow. And now, since you've been crowned, what's your plan? And are there some tasks that you're given, or you gave yourself tasks to do, or what's the way forward from here?
Okay. So as a Miss Gauteng exclusive, let me say, from when you become a finalist, you are given a task to have one specific campaign that you're going to run as a finalist, which is going to help you after winning the pageant. So my campaign, like I said, was Youth with a Difference. This is where my advocacy for youth empowerment comes into play now, to say, I'm going to mobilize a lot of young people and see how we can help them get all of these opportunities to venture into entrepreneurship, to get employment, to just get opportunities on how to embrace their talents and their skills, the issues of mental health, like we said, and how we can just help them in different schools who are in different backgrounds. So I'm going to be using my Youth with a Difference campaign to do exactly that, obviously using the Miss Gauteng exclusive platform, because it's such a huge platform. So I do believe that I'm going to be using all the connections that I'm going to get to help young people venture into any field that they want to see themselves in and actually thrive into it. I'm also going to be using my foundation, Mosa Foundation, to continue giving back to the community, disadvantaged communities and orphanages, the food, clothes, toiletries, sanitary pads, all the works. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing, focusing mostly on community development.
Okay, that's wonderful indeed. Right, we are going to take a bit of a break, and then when we come back, we'll definitely talk about some of, we've got a couple of questions that I would like to ask her, so that we can dig deep, with those, because of, I know they are close to my heart. I know people will always say that, hey, Pastor Nkosi with that one, right? But it's okay, right? You're still listening to WSFM Community Wellness Show with me, Pastor Nkosi. Time now it is 26 minutes to 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, Jaled is not here. She is actually engaged in another event. I know that some of the people would have said, where is Jaled? Okay, Jaled is still with me, but she is not. She's engaged somewhere. But WSFM, we are multi-doing things, right? So I guess you understand me. Let's just get into it quickly. Okay, I'm getting a message here before I get into not sure. Right? It says, evening, Pastor Nkosi and your lovely guest, Mosa Papa, Maposa Empire is present and has been enjoying the show. Thank you for equipping us with business knowledge. We have business knowledge but lack funding. I think you should also help us with how to secure funding for our businesses. Mosa Papa, you have been a true inspiration, and the Genu Foundation has brought out the best in you, and you are now serving your purpose. I strongly believe that leaders are born and not made. You truly are a leader, and it's been an honor voting for you. Please tell your mom to bring back Genu programs, because we still need them. Maphello extension 14 Hills. So that is the message that comes from Map. I think, Linda, I really can concur with to say that you need to review. That was my first question, right? Right, yeah, I'm leaving it like that. So let's just take this one quickly, and then from there we will come back and talk with Mosa. And I hope you'll still be continually listening to the show. In front of me, one simple question, and I think it's simple according to me. That's the last question, Mosa.
Okay.
No, two questions. What do you think about GBV?
Right, gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is it's huge. It's a huge, big issue, and I've come to realize, it's not just an issue that you raise awareness on and then take a step back. There has to be some action put into it. Last year, the 16 days of activism, the theme was from awareness to accountability. That was the hashtag for the 16 days of activism. So I really loved that theme, because it actually challenges one person, an individual, to say, from awareness to accountability. Now everyone should be held accountable of this issue, because you know what happens? We talk about gender-based violence a lot, but it happens in our homes, it happens in schools, it happens in our circles, and we don't say anything about it. You just disregard it, and brush off the issue. But it's time that we move from awareness, we go into accountability. Let's take accountability. The president should be held accountable, the whole government, the whole state, the police system, the whole justice system, but most importantly, you and I should be held accountable. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you need to hold yourself accountable to say, you know what, I'm going to literally not only raise awareness, but start pointing out this vile behavior everywhere that I go. You know, if my friend is doing it, if my brother, my father, my uncle is doing it, you know, so that it moves away from all the talk and it gets into more action, because honestly speaking, it is a broad issue and we can't just talk about it. We need to start acting on it, and perpetrators should really be held accountable and get into jail, if I can say that for lack of a better word. Yeah, and yeah.
Right, but you're talking more about being accountable. But who do we account to?
You know, I can't say we should stop using social media, because what I've realized is that even if you go to the police will tell you, "Hore, are you sure you want to report this?" You know, let's say for an example, it's a couple's fight and then a woman goes to report. They'll be like, "But are you sure you want to do this? What if you come back tomorrow and you guys still want to be in this relationship?" You know what I'm saying? So I think it's time that we use everything that we have right now. Literally, use social media if you can. Use the radio if you can. The print medias if you can. Like, let's use our voices basically until it actually catches that attention and it's being dealt with.
Don't you think when we give education to people about gender-based violence can be a way of dealing with it directly to the core? Because the reason I'm asking you is because of awareness has been made, right, a lot of time, and there are people that know about awareness of GBV, but lack of the after effects and also a lack of education behind GBV, it makes them when I'm away, just right? But when somebody says, "I know the after effects of gender-based violence," because I was educated about it, you know, and everybody's against that. Don't you think it will be maybe it will minimize the gender-based violence activities?
Hence I said it's time that we use everything that we have on the table, honestly speaking. What you say can work, what I'm saying can work, as long as we don't just stay at the point of awareness. But you know, speak about it in schools, everywhere, get educated about it, especially for young boys, you know, a boy child, you know. I think it's really important. But like I said, let's start using everything that we have now to really make an action.
All right. I've got an announcement for you, and then can be extended as an invitation as well.
Great.
WSFM Community Wellness Show will be hosting a roundtable talk on gender-based violence on the 7th of May, Chief Mohale, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We are going to have a very serious talk, not a brushing talk about gender-based violence. A serious talk, because of we're expecting everybody, you included, to be, as a patient, what do you understand about GBV, and then what do you think can be the after effects when somebody is actually found in the GBV environment, gender-based violence environment. And then you have to give us point by point on how you think we can remedy the situation. Because of it's a serious matter. It's another pandemic in that country, you know. So I'm extending that invitation to you as well. No problem. Right. Young people as entrepreneurs. Question. Do you think it is wise for young people to be entrepreneurs? And if it is, what will be the advantage? You have exercised some of the entrepreneurial skills, you know, on your journey from you entered Miss Gauteng Exclusive, right? So, what will be the advantage? Do you think young people should go that route, and then what will be the advantage for them?
I think young people really, definitely should venture into entrepreneurship. You know, it's one of the, what can I say? The main focus is for this pageant, the Miss Gauteng Exclusive. They really focus on entrepreneurship and really teach us a lot. During the workshops that we had, we were taught about entrepreneurship and how it's really important looking at this era that we are. I always say that we are in the 4th Industrial Revolution, and these jobs that we used to, I don't want to say them, but bobo lawyer, stuff like that. Those ones that we used to. Slowly but surely, we're moving away from that because, like I said, it's the fourth industrial revolution, and it might happen that a lot of people are not going to get employed. A lot of people are not getting employed as we speak. So I really think it's high time that young people really get into entrepreneurship, especially using their talents, using their skills. For an example, you being a radio DJ, for an example, the musician, actor, stuff like that. You can really use that and make money, generate an income out of that. Not only that, but an advantage would be that you could actually create employment for yourself, for your fellow youth, and for the upcoming generation. So I think it's really important. It's really advantageous. It can close in all these gaps that we have, such as unemployment, such as poverty that we have in our communities, and most importantly, I think it was raised in one of the comments right now, we don't get funding. Where do we get funding? We want to start a certain business, but you can't get funding. So I always say that it's really hard. We can't run away from that fact, but knock at every door. It's quite impossible for all the doors to be just bam in front of your face, but knock at every door. That one door that opens, take that opportunity and run with it. So I really do think it's important. Entrepreneurship is the way to go.
Yeah, I understand that there are lots of people, and like the comment I read, and you are also facing it now, that people are looking at getting funding.
Yeah.
But you know that there are also entrepreneurs that not really need funding.
Yeah, true.
So then I think people need to get exposure to that, and then to be educated about that. That is why I say always everything is about education. And because of you can go, let's say for instance at your place you have rental houses, rooms, and then you can just volunteer and say no, owner, landlord, don't worry about managing these houses, these rooms. Let me manage it for you, and then if I can get so much percent, out of that, and then you manage them very well, and then you get that. If the revenue is about 20,000 rands, then you know that you've got your 2,000 rands because of you requested a 10%. So without working any hard. I'm just making an example.
Yeah, exactly.
I
also do believe that it needs, like you say, it needs innovative thinking. You just need to be creative about everything. Best believe that not everything has to start with money, but money will find you along the way. So creative thinking, innovative thinking.
Oh, wonderful indeed.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have you at the studio, and thank you very much for coming through. I know that it has been a very tough journey, for 2021 and 2022 during COVID.
Yeah.
And then, but here you are today. You're celebrating your victory. Yeah, it was wonderful, and then we really appreciate and congratulate you as WSFM and also as Community Wellness Show to say keep up the good work, and then now we're waiting for Miss Gauteng, right? And not Miss South Africa,
definitely,
right? Miss South Africa,
absolutely.
Yeah, so we will be supporting you, and then giving our utmost best so that we can be proud of our own daughter of the ground.
Thank you so much.
Right. Mutwetso WSFM, that was what we have for you. The last words that you want to share with our listeners?
The last word, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the West Strand, thank you to Kagiso, thank you to Extension 12 for the support that you have given me, the love, I felt it, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much.
And then shout outs to?
Shout out to my mommy, shout out to my daddy, shout out to my family, shout out to you.
Wow.
Just shout out to everyone who supported me, man. Thank you.
That's wonderful indeed. So this is the end of our show, 3 minutes to 9 o'clock, and then we just want to say thank you very much. I'll speak to you next Tuesday when we do Community Wellness Show, 6 o'clock until to 9 o'clock. That is including current affairs from 6 to 7, and then from 7 to 9 we will be doing the Community Wellness Show. We might have the executive mayor of Rand West next week, and also to have other people on our show next week, and then I hope that everything shall be well because of we're looking to build to the 7th of May 2022, when we will be doing a roundtable talk on gender-based violence with other stakeholders. And I think you will be there as well. You'll get some pamphlets, and you will have to phone Lady to inquire, and also to book your seat, because if we only have gonna be having, I think, 120 chairs. We'll hear what is the president saying, if we can be allowed to do, but the target will be between 120 and 200 chairs available, or sitting, or bookings that people can book. And then I really thank you for tonight. God bless you. Shalom, shalom.